says. He says better.
Welcome to another episode
He says better
of
control.
the Daddy Volo Chronicles.
That was intended for the TV.
As you can hear, I got the preteen adolescent with
You're
me.
gonna get ads. You're gonna get a lot. It'd be a lot better if you played it on the
Explain
on
it.
TV. Joe Biden, no, for 147.
I ain't Joe Biden.
Oh, I mean Donald.
No,
Trump.
I'm talking about a better world.
Then the man. Oh.
A better world.
Oh yeah.
What happened in a better world?
Pretty much it's like a what if scenario, or what if Superman realizing that he's gonna be in this like mortal twine battle between Lex Luthor. Even if he has morals, he decides I'm throwing those morals out the window and decides to kill Lex Luthor, and then it's pretty much like a multiverse travel plot where the good.
Are you speaking up? Do you think they can hear you?
The good, they can pick up that.
Okay.
It's kind of low, not gonna lie.
No. Turn down. It comes out perfect.
Okay. So and then they meet up with the good Justice League, with the bad Justice League. I've not seen the entire episode. I'm just like the first 5 minutes, but that's pretty much how it goes. It's the good Justice League, the Justice. What do they call them? The
Justice Lords.
The Justice Lords with the Justice League. And now everyone fears him like Omni-Man. In that universe, Superman is Omni-Man. There's a song waiting in the sky.
You messed my level up. You don't have to play it too loud. It picks it up. That's perfect right there. It comes out nice and clear. It comes out enough for them to like, hey, what's that beat going on in the background? Now, I shared that episode with you because it's one of my favorite all-time episodes. But we'll get into that in a minute. Ziggy, what's the SAT word of the day?
Today's SAT prep word of the day is antiquity. It means the time in history that preceded the Middle Ages. It's spelled ANTIQUITY. Here's how you use antiquity in a sentence. In antiquity, all plates, cups, and other dishes had to be made by hand. If you're enjoying your SAT word of the day, check out our Spanish word of the day skill. Just ask Alexa to open Spanish word of the day to start learning.
Oh no, I guess you gotta play it on that TV. I guess you gotta play it on TV. You're not gonna play this with your phone, are you?
No, I wonder if I can play it.
Well, wait.
With the controller.
On the Apple TV. The game's already on the Apple TV. If the game's on Apple TV.
I'm not really playing it. You know me, I don't really play it. They don't care about video games.
I know they do.
They don't care about game theory.
I know they do.
Game theory is actually a graduate level mathematical study. You understand that?
Yep. Yeah.
It's a graduate level. Like it was in order for me to graduate from college, I had to write a 30-page paper and do a 30-minute speech about game theory. It was one of the topics that I had to choose from. I think another kid took it. We couldn't have the same topic. So instead of using game theory, I went with knot theory. But I had to choose between that and bubble theory and something else. I can't even remember off the top of my head right now. But I had to do research on different mathematical, graduate level mathematics in order to graduate with Bachelor of Science in Actuary Science and a Bachelor of Arts in Abstract Mathematics. Right? And there it is. I mean, that's basically it, right? You have Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees. That's what colleges did.
I want to play this game.
I've since between them learned that they're not disjointed sets. Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts, and that's what my conversation was about earlier, on what the definition of a disjointed set, but I didn't give a formal definition. And then what is this thing called a function that you go from one set to the next set? So the example is the set of freedom, justice, and equality, right? And how does that relate to the set of diversity, equity, and conclusion? And how does the one map to the other? That's what I want to analyze and help the people. It's a part of game theory, right? The simplest game is flipping a coin, heads or tails, right? Which sounds like it's a simple set, but what you're actually comparing the set to is like a set, an ordered set. So through trial and error or trial, right? You're flipping a coin. You go heads, flip a coin, tails, flip a coin, tails, and you're writing down the order. Now you're mapping. That's the actual mapping. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for example. And then you're going heads, tails, through practicing, or I'm trying to think of the more formal word of playing the game, pretty much. And that's how it gets done. You know? You actually just want to play the game, don't you?
I'm playing Sonic.
I see. It all goes back to Sonic. What else you want to talk to the people about? I'm about to go off. I'm done.
I don't really know.
I've done enough. We only did 10 minutes.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm so mad. Sonic 3 is one of the most decisive games in the franchise. It isn't even decisive by fans. Fans say it's one of the best Sonic games ever made. But the thing is, the reason why it's so decisive... Wait, but can I not curl into a ball? Oh, man, can I not curl into a ball with the... I cannot curl into a ball. I have to use the D-pad, don't I?
Yeah, use the
I have to use the D-pad. Because I can't go into a ball with the analog stick or something.
Use the D-pad. Before the analog stick, when the Nintendo 64, well, there was analog sticks before that.
Wasn't didn't Nintendo also technically invent the analog
They didn't invent the analog stick. They added it to the controller. Analog stick is as far back as Mr. C might have brought it up with the Odyssey. I wonder, was that an analog stick, the Odyssey 2's controller? Right, look that up and see.
Yeah. I'm good at Sonic, y'all.
I see. What else? But that's what I've been talking about. I've been talking about
Mario
set theory. And how it's used to distinguish different sets. The ones that I use was given to me by friends. One of them was introvert and extrovert.
What? Oh,
and
man,
what does their what is when you see the sets overlapping each other, that center part, what does it really mean to be an ambivert? So in that kind of scenario, are we dealing with disjointed sets?
I'm an introvert.
Introverts and extroverts are the two disjointed sets.
I'm like the good version.
What is
of an
the elements or members or the ideologies that differentiate the two? And can they be traced to a one-to-one set?
I'm like the good
an
version.
Injective function.
I'm like the good version of an iPad kid. Like I actually dissociate, communicate. I'm not always on it, but I'm on it most of the time. And of course, why are they trying to give me Galaga? You know what? You want to play Galaga? I'm playing Galaga. You want to play Galaga first? We're playing Galaga. We're playing Galaga, guys.
I played.
You want to play Galaga?
I shared a picture of Space Invaders. And
you want to play?
Shout out to Artbox. He was the one that was like, "Yo, that's my favorite game." You know.
Yeah, that's so impressive. It feels so weird to like technology.
I do have friends that
technology is
give
advancing.
Shout outs. Or that comment or hit the like button.
Technology is advancing so fast. It was like, you think like 20 years ago, video games was like this. No, 20 years ago was when Super Mario Sunshine came out 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. How do you feel about that, man?
So how did they grow? The first system was what? How many bits was
it? Was the Commodore
2600.
No, it wasn't 2600. I think it was
the Odyssey 1.
It wasn't the Odyssey 1.
Oh, it was something else?
I'm let me beat the level real quick then.
What was Pong? Was that 4-bit?
I think maybe.
Was the Atari 2600 8-bit?
Yeah, with down. Or maybe like 6-bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it was- it
I'm
might have
not
been a
really
weird
sure.
number.
I'm not really sure about
So-
8-bit because man, that Atari can. Remember ET?
So
Remember how
these
ET?
are things that we need to look up to. When did
Remember
we
how ET almost destroyed the video game market?
when did we originally decide 8 bits is a byte? When did we originally decide that? That's
That
the
means
question.
sometimes music can be less than like. Wow. Sometimes
Music is analog. You pick up a saxophone and you blow and vibrate the reed, right?
Okay. Because like I found out you could download music on here, so I can play it if I wanted to, but I don't want your channel.
That's digital music.
Yeah, that's digital music. Real music, there's no bits. Like,
So digital music isn't real.
nah, digital music is real. Just,
it
darn it, you're making it more complicated.
can
trying to
be,
focus
it
on
can be
special
manipulated using
Special stations, no, I'm getting my Sonic skills ready before we play Sonic
bytes,
3.
right?
I'm getting my Sonic skills ready before we play Sonic 3. But like the reason why the Sonic 3 is the most decisive is because like, the Michael Jackson worked on the game. It's like alleged theory, and like a lot of sources, like reasonable sources, a lot of stuff. It claims that Michael Jackson was in the game, and that's the reason why they don't release Sonic 3 that much. It's because they're scared that they're gonna get sued.
So what I'm trying to help you understand is the NES was 8-bit.
Yes. Oh, not one of these games.
The Super NES was 16-bit.
16-bit. Yeah.
The PlayStation was 32-bit.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it's still impressive.
But Nintendo said we can't let Sony take all the profits away from our company. So they reneged on their deal with them. So didn't deal with Philips, but it didn't work out. And instead they came out with the with the Nintendo
64.
64.
Also, Nintendo's pretty much the reason why PlayStation's here now. Because if they didn't if they accepted the deal, if they just went and accepted the deal, we wouldn't have PlayStation probably.
You see how I'm trying to explain the game?
I understand.
The mathematics behind it.
Yeah,
So you got 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit. What's after 64-bit?
128-bit.
But we don't have 128-bit computers.
bits?
Why don't we have 128-bit computers?
Why?
Because 64-bit is more than enough. Is then we became, instead of one 64-bit CPU, central processing unit, computers we were able to put two 64-bit CPUs, central processing units, on one chip. You get that?
I understand.
So it was still 64-bit, but now you got two computers on one central processing units on one chip.
I definitely took this up.
Now, how many processing units can be held on a single chip now?
I really don't know.
I know, it's a whole lot of them. That's what's crazy, what's going on. That's why your dad is losing his mind when I see reality trips and there's something like 64 CPUs on one chip.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And that chip alone is responsible for artificial intelligence. I mean, that's genius. So that's not even the main core CPU. You still got your main core CPU.
Eggman made AI.
You have your graphics CPU, and then you have this artificial intelligence CPU all on one Apple chip.
I think Google's trying.
So I'm trying to catch up.
Google's trying to work in AI.
But you want to argue with me about 8-bit and the 16-bit because it's all about Sonic.
What? No, it's not all. It's not all about Sonic. Even I know that Sonic.
I'm being a little facetious.
Dad, you don't understand.
What?
Sonic fans hate Sonic.
Huh?
Sonic fans, they hate Sonic.
Why do they hate Sonic? Sonic the GOAT. Y'all good at playing it.
Yeah. You never try to do that.
You are a
Jader.
master Sonic player, so I'm gonna play a little bit of Sonic 3 today. I got 1 and 2 on here. I don't have 3 on here. Huh?
Nah, because they never made a mobile for free.
Okay.
But you can play CD because, like,
So we gonna play three on,
Michael Jackson. The reason why they never made a mobile port for Sonic 3 is Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. They want the original content. So that's what they claim.
Yes.
Because there's a way to break, to figure out the deal. There's a way to make a deal with the family. They just don't want to make a deal. They don't want to pay the family, right?
Yeah.
So just like they don't want to pay our family, right? They don't want to hit the like button. Hit the like button.
And they go out of
subscribe, share.
And
we giving y'all content now. Where I was trying to go with that is
they go out the
listen. Where I was going with that is you see the growth of computers and computer sciences from going from 8-bit to 16-bit to 32-bit to 64-bit to 120, but it can go there, but we already stuck at 64. It doesn't matter. But how that's growing 2 to the whatever power growth. That's an exponential growth based on the number 2. That's what binary digits is based upon. 2, a 1 and a 0, whether the current is on or off. As you go back in time, we realize it's the same thing going on biologically because every child has 2 parents. That's 2 to the first power. Everybody has
2 to the 0 power is actually 1.
That's next level. We'll come back to that. They're not ready for that. Okay. 2 to the second power is 4. How many grandparents everybody has? All right.
I don't.
2 to the
right now.
2 to the third power. They're in your heart, son. Don't you know what I mean? We love them. All right.
2 to the.
Shout out to Faye and Jack. All right. Now what's the
2 to the 8? 2 to the third power is 8.
Yes. So everybody has 8. What's that? The great grandparents.
Great grandparents.
Yes. Everybody has 8 great grandparents.
We have 1 living great grandparent.
We do.
I think. Yeah.
Oh no, you met one on your mom
I think. Yeah.
Okay. On your mom's side, huh?
Yeah.
And then after that is what? 2 to the 4th power is what?
Which is 16.
16. Right. And now we're talking like 4 generations ago, 1900s or so, right?
4 even.
Right. That's a lot of great grandparents that trickled down to you. And the further you go back in time, you'll see that the more greatest, right? So that is going 128, 256, 512, 1024, 20. I forget the numbers. I'm 2056, I think. But as you get to 2 to the 20th power, you get what's called a mega. And how many is that? 1,024 whatever bytes. It's a lot of bytes. A lot of grandparents. And we're still talking the beginnings of America, right? We're not even talking 1492 yet. But when 1492, that's just the date that they gave us saying Christopher Columbus came over here and found people already here, already civilized, right? Already making trades with the world. And we grew from that. Right? So shout out to Foundational Black American.
Yeah.
Americans like ourselves.
Let me show how you're done.
We can trace it back to our, greatest grandparent. Parents, right?
Oh boy.
Because we've been passing the name down from the first, rest in peace to Dada, who just left not too long ago, Junior.
What the?
I can say that jokingly, and my dad is my eldest brother. He's a good dude, right? And then it's myself, and then now we got C4 here. That's why I give him the name Boom. And life is just beautiful, and what we're trying to do is build a network with anybody that likes to play video games. One of the games that we're working on is Mario Kart on the Switch. So if you got a Switch or whatever, you hit me in the comment section or You know what I mean? And like see if we can link up
Sonic Chronicles.
and race one day. You know,
Sonic Chronicles.
Sonic Chronicles.
Sonic Chronicles.
Oh, Sonic Chronicles. Huh?
Sonic Chronicles.
Oh, jeez.
It's a DS game. What?
So
It's Sonic.
obviously he can demo games all day because I do got a lot of games on my phone, and
Sonic Chronicles.
you know one of them is a.
Look
You
at
know,
this. This is animation.
they finally allow the emulator on here, so and Nintendo and there's definitely a cyber war going on. I'm noticing that I have to unlock my iCloud every day, like every 40 minutes, because something or somebody is attacking it to open the data. They're using bots now and all this other crazy stuff, and you know that's why it's, you know I'm
This
forever
game-
roll with Apple because of the security.
They
I
tried.
just got a note today saying that this is the last year that we can use this laptop because Windows 11 is they want us to upgrade to Windows 11, and it said that this system won't be able to run Windows 11, even though it should be able to run a lower version of it.
Keep Windows 10 around?
We can keep Windows 10 and we can still use it, but after 2025, they want to stop supporting it. So then the hackers can come easily hack it.
Oh, okay, so it's like how
Via the
Apple.
internet.
It's like how Apple doesn't like allow updates to prior iPhone.
Yes, but Apple at least gives you a good 10 years with your phone before they do
Before
that.
they kind of.
This iPad,
Like
this
5 years.
laptop's not even
They're
5 years
about to cut out support for the iPhone X. My phone's about to be dead.
old. Oh, for real?
I mean, like I think soon they're gonna cut off support.
Well, you might
They
not.
cut off support for the iPhone 8 a bit ago. I think they're about to cut off support for the iPhone X.
Okay.
So that's why I'm probably gonna get a new phone this Christmas.
So what I want you to understand is, no, I still have support on my iPhone 7.
yes,
It just can't run
modern.
the modern operating iOS
And you know what makes me so mad
because I'm still going through Apple's network with my phone. So they're you know they know that the security breach can't come from that. It's actually coming from this laptop or something else that I done tagged into,
yes,
and I have to change my we wrapping up. Y'all get
we
the
have
idea.
5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes to change, and
Yeah, let me get some. Stuff
y'all know.
ready.
knowledge will begin until I finish this song, because the rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on. You sweat as you step about to get hype, or should you just listen to the man on the mic? You're physically here with me, but how could you tell if it's meant to be hip hop if you're not mentally as well? Am I hip hop?
Yes.
Yes, I